The top stories. BDF soldier dismissed after theft conviction. Central Bank says first quarter decline, no surprise. And tuning up for the Barbados Rally. Welcome to Nation News for Wednesday, May the 7th, 2014. The opposition says it is appalling that Barbados remains in recession after a first quarter of economic decline. But should anyone have been surprised by the lack of growth? No. Central Bank Governor Delay Worrell has told reporters on the day after the bank said the economy faltered by less than 0.5%. Dr. Worrell said that performance was as expected and was not going to be spectacular. He argued that any eye-catching growth would have been short-lived and a drain on the foreign reserves. The reserves are now comfortably at 16 weeks of cover, and Dr. Worrell said they were never in danger, not even when they had sunk to 12 weeks. He said Barbados should focus on those areas where foreign exchange was earned and told Barbadians their economic future was in their hands. All they needed to do was execute the good plans and programs that were already formulated.
All that we have to do is set ourselves the goal of excellence in everything that falls to us to execute. We have to come up with the ideas and innovations. We have to design the projects and market them to investors and bankers at home and abroad. And we have to give first-class service at all times.
The Barbados Defence Force soldier who was on trial for theft and other offences has been dismissed. Private Timothy Bancroft was discharged with immediate effect on the recommendation of a court-martial panel. He was found guilty of stealing a fellow soldier's camouflage outfit and fined 56 days' salary. Bancroft, who was 24, had earlier pleaded guilty to escaping custody on November 28th last year and was also severely reprimanded for boarding a public service vehicle outside of BDF headquarters in defiance of military standing orders. He was the second soldier to be court-martialed in the past 6 months. Last December, Lance Corporal Pamela Cox was found guilty of misbehavior in what was then the BDF's first military trial in 16 years. She was sentenced to 7 days detention. It's the beginning of a new era in Bajan currency. The little copper-colored 1-cent coins in your pocket will soon be historical artifacts. The central bank has officially begun phasing out the coin, although shoppers at Supercenter Warrens appeared oblivious to the fact that they will no longer be receiving 1-cent coins as change when they make purchases. Retail manager Glendon Ashby said they were accepting the 1-cent coins but were not giving out any as the bank had stopped issuing them on cost grounds. Mr. Ashby said the prices on the shelf had not yet been changed but were being rounded up or down when the shoppers get to the cashier. So if something costs $1.01 or $1.02, the price becomes $1. If something costs $1.03 or $1.04, it becomes $1.05. Most shoppers at Warrens, questioned by Nation News on how the changes affected their spending, said they did not even check their receipts to see if there was a difference. And we say congratulations to Kimberly Maynard, who won the British Airways and Starcom Network promotion. Her prize, 2 tickets to London on board the airline. The British Airways promotion was run on Hot 95.3 FM to celebrate the carrier's 60th year of flying to Barbados.
When it was came, I don't know. I hear the question and everything, and writing off certain things, the important points. I know I figured out what was going to get asked. And then I hear a gentleman call in and say, shoot. And then next minute I said, alright, he gave a question. I said, good. And they put my phone on Riddell and they keep on calling and calling and I get through. I said, the phone ringing. And then the question was asking, I think it was about how many seats I think it was in the cabin or what's not. And they answered the question and I got it right.
In sport, May is tuning up to be quite a month for local motorsport. We all know about Top Gear at Bushy Park mid-month, but there's also the celebrated Barbados Rally, which is normally the motoring event of the year. And by this time next week, 4 cars from Britain should have arrived for the Barbados Rally. Some loyal rally fans turned up to help load the cars onto a ship which left Portsmouth on England's south coast on Tuesday. Returning for this year's rally will be Stuart Dealey, Ding Boston, Dick Meyer, and Irishman Peter Gallagher. They will be up against more than 60 local and Caribbean crews for the May 30th to June 1st event. The defending champions are Paul Bird and Aled Davies. In football, Pinelands have moved further away from the Premier League drop zone, but Cosmos are stuck there, it seems. Pinelands trashed Notre Dame 4-1 to hand the former champions their worst defeat of the season. Cosmos folded 5-2 against leaders BDF Sports Program. A second-half hat-trick from Mario Hart, his second of the season, secured the full 3 points for the Soldiers. In basketball, champions Lumber Company LSC and Smalta Pinelands will meet on Saturday to determine the top seed in the playoffs. LSC scored a gritty 69-59 victory over Warriors on Tuesday night. In the earlier game, Urban Vibes St. John Sonics beat Combined Schools Tridents 81-68. And finally, here's some money news that should cheer you up. The world's first trillionaire could emerge within just 25 years, financial forecasters have claimed. If the world's greatest fortunes continue to grow at their current rate, boosted by the rapid wealth creation in emerging markets such as India and China, then one of the planet's super-rich elite could have $1 trillion to their name by 2039, according to some predictions. Bill Gates, the Microsoft founder and richest person on earth, is expected by many to be the first to reach trillionaire status. A trillion, by the way, is 1 followed by 12 noughts, if you can think of it, the equivalent of $140 for every person on the planet. Now I knew that would cheer you up. That's Nation News this Wednesday. It's available on our YouTube channel, on Facebook, Twitter, and on our website, nationnews.com. Your news, your time, your way.